Irvins on the Olajuwon on the Rockets. Okay. It could have been the Houston Olajuwons. Okay. That should have been a name of the fucking team. There's only one nigga there in the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
It's your story. You can tell how
no problem, brother.
That's some serial loss.
Bone need a mic.
That's cool.
Bone need a mic.
I don't want to hear this shit no more.
Yeah, you need to listen.
I don't want to hear this.
Let me tell y'all something.
Nigga ruthless like the record.
No. Hakeem Olajuwon, the 94 Houston Rockets.
Right.
The 94 Rockets won the championship. There's only one Hall of Fame player on that team.
All right, that's cool.
They only played a team with one Hall of Fame player the entire playoffs.
Who?
Exactly.
What you mean?
It was like a 2-year. It was like a 2-year talent drought.
No, it wasn't a talent drought. It was just Dre was clearly the best player. Pippen's a Hall of Fame.
Name another team that they beat in that run that had two Hall of Fame players on the same team at the same time.
Hold on, I got you. Let me get into it.
There was Robinson on the Spurs. The Seahawks, I'm sorry, the Supersonics, they didn't play. They didn't have anybody besides Ewing that made the Hall of Fame on the Knicks. The first round was like the Nuggets or some nonsense. It was a first round bounce, 3 out.
Hold on. We gonna go through that. I got you.
There weren't even 2 Hall of Fame players on the Magic the next year.
Hold on.
Thanks, Pete.
Hold up. But this is my point. First off, hold on, let me back up a little bit because this is the wrong year.
Hey, man, you said Olajuwon did it by himself, man.
By himself.
Nobody else said that but you.
This is the truth.
Yeah, it's your story. You can tell it how you want to.
This is the truth. Okay, the first Hall of Famer he beat in the playoffs was Clyde Drexler.
He said name one with 2.
Clyde Drexler.
With 2 people on there.
Clyde Drexler. Hold on, let me get through it.
Yeah, there was a Hall of Famer, a singular one. He beat a bunch of teams like him.
Hold up.
He didn't beat any machines.
Hold on, I got you. Charles Barkley is in the Hall of Fame.
He didn't beat any machines. There was one singular Hall of Famer on every team he played in that run.
Hold on. I'm going to get to it. Hold on, I'm going to get to it. You look. Let me go through it. He beat the Jazz. So that's just done.
Oh, they played the Jazz?
Yeah, he beat, and that's a machine.
Yeah. No, it's not, because they never won anything.
You know why they didn't? Because Hakeem Olajuwon.
And because Michael tossed him twice.
Because of Hakeem Olajuwon. Fuck Jordan. Y'all make this shit about y'all.
I'm not making it about nothing. I'm telling you that's what they said. They said all these people missed championships because of Jordan.
When they never
I didn't say that. That's because Hakeem.
That's not my quote.
No, this is your quote.
My quote.
This is your quote.
Okay.
We were just talking about the Lakers against the fucking Warriors. Tonight they play. It's 3-1.
Yeah.
And
I said LeBron did.
Hold up, no. And Deuce Max, I'm gonna get your point. And Deuce Max says, man, if they let these niggas come back, he like, well, it ain't impossible. LeBron did it. I started the conversation.
I did not say it wasn't impossible, so that ain't my quote.
LeBron did it.
I did say that.
LeBron did it.
So
I didn't say it ain't impossible.
I
said LeBron did it.
I told Mook, I said, hey, Mook.
It's happened.
I said, look, Mook.
In the finals.
I say, look, Mook.
Not in the semifinals of the Western Conference.
I say, look, Mook. I can't fuck with my Lakers the way I like to because LeBron fans are unreasonable and they give him entirely too much credit. Even in the time right now, he's clearly the second best player. Clearly. Niggas is talking about LeBron. If the Lakers win, nobody talks about AD having 40 and 37 rebounds like he fucking Wilt Chamberlain from fucking 1967.
That's beautiful.
They don't talk about that. They don't be like, man, he went and just had this all legend game. It was like, well, you know what? The Lakers got it done. We got a good squad. If LeBron
on ESPN and
no, the real analysts, and I respect that about the real analysts, but the fan base that is LeBron James, they will start. Oh, the like team got it done. If LeBron wins, and it's always the same thing. It's like this nigga is the social media
right now.
The fuck are you talking about? Literally,
Lonnie Walker was killing this last game, bruh. You talking? You looking at highlights? No, you showing the last? No. Yeah, you showing the last defensive stance that AD took. You not paying attention to the time
other 48 minutes. AD
you not talking
to the other 48 minutes. AD not doing the same.
Okay, let's talk about what the we gonna talk. I'm gonna tell you what the Hall of Famer said about him. This ain't me. I ain't never played. They literally said the nigga scored 20-something points in the first half and only had 2 in the second half. He got to play better in the second half.
And you know what the fuck is wrong with them people? They fucking retarded. Because you know why? He only took 4 shots. I don't know. He only took 4 shots in the second. Exactly.
I don't have.
They started running.
I don't have a problem with that. What I'm saying is, that's what I'm saying.
He get his defense.
And that's what I'm saying.
That's not
we
what
got
you're
a squad.
That's not what you're saying.
That is what I'm
That's
saying.
not what
I'm
you're
saying we have a squad.
We
have a squad.
No, the Cavs had a squad.
We got a squad.
3-1.
We got a squad.
No, the Cavs
and right
had
now,
a squad.
the Lakers are
Did the Cavs have a squad?
3-1.
Did the Cavs
the Lakers
have a squad
got a squad.
with 3-1?
That's what I'm talking about. Yep.
Okay, then why you didn't say the Cavs did it?
Because I ain't talking about them.
You talking about LeBron?
Yeah, we talking about the Lakers right now, 3-1.
Of course you is now, because your nigga's weak.
Oh, he weak. Now he's weak. He's weak.
It's over.
He's weak.
And y'all just won't accept it.
He's over. Now I agree with you.
No, you're not.
And the Lakers, we got so much of a squad that we gonna take that nigga to another championship. That's what we gonna do. We gonna get his weak ass a 5th one. That's what we gonna do.
I don't buy it from you saying
we gonna get it.
I don't believe it.
You don't gotta believe. You watching it happen. You the nigga that owe us surf and turf because you went against us. You said we wasn't going to the playoffs.
Listen.
Not only are we in the playoffs, we scaring everybody.
The show not started?
Yeah, but you ain't said who you are.
Could you let me do this shit? I'll fuck this chick and you just hold the fucking head, brother. Thank you, King. I know how to do this.
You guys been going back and forth.
We've been doing no shit. No, this is what happened, Pete. Huh? All right. This is what happened, Pete.
You started talking about basketball for about 17
No.
I know that.
Mook has.
But it's the show started.
The show been started. Listen, Mook. This is what happened. Mook started a group chat so he can antagonize me with LeBron's success.
Oh my God.
This is the point of him starting the group chats.
No.
And I understand what it was.
No.
Because he knows I don't want to be a part of it.
I feel like that's like a manufacturing line thing where you're involved in several group chats based off of LeBron trolling.
No.
I have never trolled LeBron in my life. LeBron James is the greatest small forward that played basketball. His fan base is the most savage, unruly, and horrible group of fanatics in the history of all celebrities. It's not him. LeBron is like Hickama. You can't like or dislike him. He's always going to say the right thing. He's rarely going to say the worst thing. He's going to try to make it. He's going to act like he's reading a book and be on the first page. He's never going to actually say anything that will make you like or dislike him. He's not a polarizing figure as a personality. As a player, he's not really a polarizing figure. He's a pretty consistent guy. He's very much like, Kareem. His shit comes the way it comes. So you don't like or dislike him. His fan base is like they're worse than the fucking Barbs. Like Nicki Minaj fan base, LeBron James fan base is worse. LeBron James fan base is horrible. And it's like they talk sports and it just get worse and worse and worse.
His son gonna be just as good.
Like his son is not hooping. No diss to his son. The son get busy as a player, but his son is like
the younger
niggas is like
do some shit though.
Oh man, but his son is like I've heard niggas say LeBron don't cheat on his wife. I'm like, why the fuck would you even be saying that? I ain't never in my life. Martin Luther King cheated on his fucking. LeBron James cheated on his fucking wife. Is he a greater fucking?
What should he say to his son?
Hold up, we're not talking about what he said to his son.
We're
talking about the fact that it's not your son. Shut the. Raise your son to hoop, not you. LeBron fans, raise your sons to hoop. Stop living vicariously through this man. A nigga told me that, dude. A nigga said glasses. LeBron James never cheated on his wife. I was like, Martin Luther King cheated on his wife. Is he a greater man than Martin Luther fucking King? The fuck difference do I care?
How you know, nigga?
That man believed that?
Bruh, let me tell you something. The delusion, this nigga LeBron has died for our sins to these people. Libricians, nigga, they're the Libricians. Nigga, they're Christians for LeBron.
They're like LeBrusms. They're a little extreme.
Yeah, they're LeBrusms. They walk in the building and just set the bomb off.
Oh, shit.
Feel me? These niggas is crazy. No sellers, GL. No sellers, GL. My man Mook in the spot like we used to do.
Yes, sir.
Pete Dog in the spot like we used to do.
Throwback.
Deuce Mac in the spot. What's happening?
What's happening, man?
King is over here, but he ain't got no mic purposely. That's great. Saya came, so Saya's up in this motherfucker. Sanity from Folsom. Some shit was bothering me. I ain't want to talk about basketball because I can't talk basketball with LeBron fans. I just can't do it. I just let them niggas have it. This y'all team. Until LeBron leaves, the Lakers is for them. I won't root against them. I'll bet when I think we're not gonna win or when we gonna win, that was period. I don't care if it's Magic playing. Glass's pocket's more important than Magic, Kobe, Shaq, every Laker in history. My pocket's more important, but I don't want to talk about sports with niggas like that until this nigga not here. We can talk about other teams, just not this team.
No problem.
But I wanted to talk about something that was bothering me. And Charlamagne, this one of his partners, her name is Ebony Williams. And she was saying how she wouldn't date a bus driver unless he owned the bus. Now, I wouldn't talk about this unless this was the second conversation we had in the week. I would not take my Tuesdays that we deliver podcasts, Pete, and talk about this because it's kind of stupid to me. It's lame. But I did see opportunities at more dope conversations about it. You know what I mean? I did see opportunities at more dope conversations about it. But I wanted to talk about it. And dudes, we brought you here because you're somebody with a Class A license.
Right.
It's 1 million people in America. Roughly 1 million. Not too many more. I'm going to turn off the AC. Not too many more than 1 million people. Is a bus driver, Pete, an average career?
Like a city bus driver?
Sure.
I don't honestly
like
know.
MTA to RTD shit.
You know what? It probably is the reality, and this is like a fallacy of like so many people in the country. They see, oh, well, that guy does this. He makes $70,000 a year, whatever the hell. So it's not really all that sexy when you're 45, but then he retires and makes $68,000 a year with full benefits till he's in the grave. So it becomes real sexy after you stop driving. The same thing with teachers. You know what I mean? It's pretty much the truth.
That's a good point. Like, I look at bus drivers like I look at teachers.
Yeah.
That's not an average job.
No. My aunt just retired. She's getting paid 90 and change in retirement.
But fuck the money. Let's say the money don't make it average. Let's say average career. Like, this ain't something an average person probably could do. I think she's a lawyer.
Oh, shit.
I mean, but for me, it's just like hours that gotta go into that shit. The mentality you gotta have to do that shit, to put up with shit, the trains you gotta go through. It's nothing average to me about that shit. The average nigga don't want to work 12 hours.
I just think the average person with a driver's license cannot get a Class A license. It's 230 million driver's licenses in America.
Even a Class B. That's a Class B with a passenger,
some shit,
air brakes, and some other endorsements they got to do.
So, but I think it's 230 million people in America with driver's license, somewhere around there. I think I looked at it. Mm-hmm. And it's like 1 million or 2 million with a Class A or a Class B. I don't think most people drive well enough to get those licenses.
Well, it's a whole nother, you have to pursue it. There has to be a desire for you to do it. It's, it's not like you do really, you did really well in the driving class for Class C or whatever the hell we're going to bump you up. You got to go to a whole different class. Training costs money, it costs time. So you wouldn't just pick one up for the sake of it if you're not going to do that professionally. The cost of attaining it alone.
I should pick one up for the sake of it too. But I genuinely think most people don't drive well enough. Like being a teacher, I don't think most people.
Motherfuckers with the license don't drive that good.
Yeah. With a Class C.
With a Class A, niggas can't drive.
Also, the niggas 1 million can't drive well enough.
Shit, nigga.
Yeah, that shit is rough. That shit is rough.
I remember you was talking about getting a Class A at one time. Was it a challenge?
It like what P said, just shit. Classes to do the shit, 1,800. Depending on where, and that's me going to a little cheap ass spot that's gonna let me do it myself and try to teach myself and go to the yard myself and get an instructor versus going with somebody like, let's say, Swift, that's gonna put you up in a hotel, make you sit there for 2 weeks, go over all the information you're gonna need to get your permit and this and that. Man, it's time.
A certain number of hours
you gotta put in. You gotta put in money just to try to get the money back. You gotta put in time. That's at least. That's if you do it through like a Swift or something like that. That's gonna be 6 weeks straight of your time.
Dudes did it. What's the process like?
It was like 3 weeks, 17 days.
Who'd you go through?
I went through CR England.
You gotta stop your feet. The mic is gonna.
But they see that. But they gonna put the time in with you. or you do it yourself?
Man, all that shit is just what you gonna do. Everybody don't pass that shit.
Yeah, they do instructors with you and all that
they got
shit?
instructors and shit, but they gonna pass you anyway because that's how they get paid.
Okay.
So they gonna pass a nigga. But
you have to do a certain
they ain't
amount
gonna
of
pass you
hours
if you can't drive, though. Huh?
You have to do a certain amount of hours
Hell
behind
no.
the wheel? No? Oh.
Hell no.
Oh, see.
You get your permit in like the
when'd you
third
do that?
day, like almost 3 years ago.
All right, it's not like that no more.
What you mean?
It ain't the same way.
No. Now you gotta
It ain't the
you
same
gotta
way.
get a permit first.
Yeah, you got to do the permit.
Yeah.
Then you do got to do hours behind the wheel. They gonna put you
Well,
on
you
the road
do gotta
with them.
do that, but you getting paid. So I guess when you say hours behind the wheel, you getting paid to drive.
Yeah, but you learning.
Yeah, you
You know what I'm
learning
saying?
that.
You go somewhere else.
Oh, yeah, like provisional or something?
Yeah, you go somewhere else and try to do it yourself. Like it's a spot in Gardena, Toro. You gonna pay $1,800 out your pocket. They gonna give you a booklet, tell you to go study the shit yourself. They not gonna do no instructors and none of this shit to go over nothing with you. They gonna tell you, give you the booklet, do it yourself. Come back after you get
After you pass the test.
you get the permit. Then you can come. You got access to our trucks as long as it takes you to pass. I know.
Sanity is a bus driver an average job? You got to be a little closer. You got to come on, lean to the mic.
Oh, yeah. My father retired from driving trash trucks. And before that, he drove buses for about 20 years. So
Is that an average job?
I guess, I don't know. So.
Is it average, Pete? Pete, you like a numbers guy. Average?
I mean, it's
I mean,
in the
what's
higher part of the
average?
bell curve.
That's what I thought.
Oh.
I thought if it was a job, it'd be a B- job.
Depends. I mean, like when I say the higher part of the bell curve, I mean vertically, not. I mean, it's a little to the right of center, you know, on percentile wise. But it depends on how you slice it up. It depends on what your benefits packages are, you know.
So it all goes back to economics at that point. Not even just skill or ability.
I mean, is it that much more skillful than a plumber, than an electrician, than
But
somebody else?
all of those to
all
me
those
are not
computer
average jobs.
technicians.
To me,
This is about how you finesse that shit.
yeah, I never looked
Some
at
niggas
it.
gonna make dry trucks and only make 40,000. Some niggas gonna make 80.
Yeah, that's just that's
Some niggas gonna make 100.
Yeah, some
You
niggas
know,
gonna make
with the
millions of
same
dollars.
job at the same time you put in. I know niggas who just, you know what I mean, niggas wasn't making nothing.
But that's why I don't think of money is necessarily the.
So what is she talking about? Let's call it an average, because she got to be talking about bread, right?
Well, my question is, if you're talking about average, then what's below average? Is below, like, I feel like a lot of people skew the conversation to like,
That's fair.
well, you can, that's not average because you know, you could be worse. Well, if you can be worse, average would suggest you can be better or worse. So what would be rock bottom? You know,
What would be rock bottom is not having a job.
well, that's not a rock bottom job. That's not. having a
Okay,
job.
that's fair. That's fair. What's a rock bottom job?
Fast food.
Fast food.
Okay.
That's rock bottom. Yeah, I agree.
That shit well over.
That's rock bottom.
Right.
But no, that's an F. That's an F job. Forgive me to all the fast food workers. I respect you, but that is an F job. I get it. And that job was created. I remember reading that job was created for kids in high school or just graduating.
It's not a long-term
It's not a
career
career.
type of ambition type of deal.
Yeah. So that's fair. We can agree that fast food job is an F. You know, it's an F for everybody except your kid. Your kid, it's an A.
Yeah.
Well, it's not A, but it's good enough. Good enough. Okay. So a D job would be. These are the jobs that everybody could see. To me, an average job is a job. So if it's 160 million jobs in America, this is going to be an average job is a job everybody can get. Now, F obviously is a grade that anybody could get that was in school. A D means you. I don't even think you didn't show up all the time. A C means you showed up every day. Right. So a F is a fast food job. What's a D of jobs? A D.
Damn.
I don't know. Like,
I mean, what is it based on? Annual salary or something?
I think to me, I won't judge it off money because money is about, it's a completely different thing. And Pete is the king of this. He knows that we could all take the same career and all of it, see a vision for it and make the money completely different. like you was saying with truck driving.
With like low-level security or janitorial stuff, like you after hours at like some distribution center, one guy's sweeping, one guy's watching the gate to make sure nobody comes in. Is that a D job?
Yeah, that's a D job. That's a D job. Not the one where you carry the pistol, but the simple security job where you just
make sure
presence.
Nobody comes through the gate between midnight and 6 a.m. and they weren't going to go through the gate.
Top flight security.
Top flight security?
Top flight security world is a D. Not top flight like.
Oh,
top flight like
Friday at the next.
The brand, yeah, got you.
Top flight.
Yeah.
Top flight. Now a C job is a warehouse worker. Like old factory workers.
A factory worker.
Like remember when America had the industrial boom, the industrial area?
Yeah.
That was the job most American men had.
Because some warehouses still pay minimum wage.
Yeah, it's just really like a warehouse job because a lot of that's just storage distribution place.
I mean like a factory job, not a warehouse job.
Production factory.
That's a C. That's to me an average job. That's the average job that 9 out of 10 Americans could get in there. They may have to learn something, but most Americans can do it.
Drivers and shit like that.
I don't know. You start putting driving in Americans, that shit don't be. No, that's what I said. So see, so I still would put a teacher over that. Yeah, as far as a job, a teacher. Yeah. Truck driver, bus driver.
Teachers get paid like what off their degrees
not
and
the
shit too,
but
right?
not the money.
Yeah. And they don't work in the summertime. They have sparse work.
They don't make good money, and they're unhappy about that. They on strike.
They're idiots. They don't know how much money they even make.
Oh shit!
Swear to God, their cost per annum is about $250,000 plus a year.
Yeah.
Move that chair, scoot a little next to it.
It's not just what they make.
Closer when you're talking.
It's what it costs to pay them. Because like if you work 30 years, they usually live another 30 till they die. So you can take their salary up front, double it, and then so they say, "Oh, I only make 60." No, you make $120, so shut up. You work 8 months a year at $120, shut up, and then you get Cadillac insurance for you and your family till forever, so shut up. That shit costs about $200,000 a year.
What about taxes?
You got to come to the mic.
What about taxes?
What about taxes?
Because that takes out of the money that you actually make. It takes out the money that you actually make. And they tax a lot, like 20%. And you have to pay
everybody pays taxes. State. That's everybody. They're strategically tiered lower to not have to clear the higher brackets. You have to pay more taxes. Of course you do.
Sure,
but they're nowhere near that marker.
Yeah, they're not that high.
They get deferred payment at a lower tax bracket. So for me to make the money that they would have to make post-retirement, I got to make 10 times that. Because I got to make it at once, get it taxed at a higher bracket, and then make it passively after the fact. And I have to have the whole lump in my hand to make that money.
So is $100,000 a year a lot?
Hell yeah.
It is?
That's good money.
That's pretty nice.
That's pretty nice. Hell yeah. That's pretty fucking nice.
If you can't make it work,
I can tell you, I've been living like that for a while. It's pretty fucking nice.
If you can't make it work with $100,000 a year, you're probably not doing something right.
Yeah, you could, if you have like a whole family, kids, and all that.
Yeah. Nah, you can make it happen. Especially with 3-4. You gotta remember, he just said 3-4 months out the year, you off.
But you're not getting the whole 100 after they tax you.
Well, that's the point.
Yeah, like
everybody got to pay taxes.
You're not working the whole year either.
Well, I guess, yeah. Okay.
I mean, I think everybody in America feels like they deserve money. That's just like an American thing.
I feel like the federal shouldn't be taking all that money when they're in debt.
We could have a whole that's a whole this is a whole nother conversation that me and Pete have had, and he knows how I feel about taxes in general. So we're not even gonna talk about federal taxes. The whole idea of income taxes, we're not gonna do that because I don't even want to get into that shit. I have a song called it's called Thuggin', and the first line is I hate paying taxes. I hate paying taxes.
It's more than what Christ asked for, which is 10%.
Hey, Christ don't even ask for that.
The church, whatever.
I don't know what the fuck. But again, I'm not going to complain about taxes anymore. I made up my mind. At the end of last year, I'm like, you know what? For a functional government, it's required that everybody chip in. So I'm stuck. You know what I mean? Like, I'm stuck. So fuck it. I'm not complaining about the weather, cuz no more. Shit that's necessity for functionality, even if it doesn't fit me. Like, cause I don't think I need law enforcement. I could deal with my own shit, but I understand most other people need it. So I'm not going to complain about things that are needed for a functioning civilization. Taxes is one of those things.
I think we should have to pay taxes the same way you go to what like Chipotle. Mm-hmm. Here's the menu. Here's how much you owe in total. Take the 5 things you want.
Ain't mad at that. Okay, so something else that I thought about. So if that's an average job for this lady, right? A bus driver is an average job. And I think the premise for her complaint was she felt like that person couldn't provide and protect for the lifestyle that she wanted to live.
So it is about money.
For her, yeah, for sure. And I thought about that, and I was saying to myself, I was talking to my homeboy J.U. and Manny today. Manny does the Ace Boys podcast on Fridays. On YouTube, y'all check that out, the Ace Boys podcast. It's dope. Ace Boys Worldwide. But we were talking about it earlier, and it hit me like, is the whole motto, cuz, for like taking care of your old lady, is that realistic anymore? If most men, if that's an average job, you know, and we live in California, we don't live in fucking Georgia. Shout out to Georgia, shout out to Alabama, shout out to all of the southern states, shout out to the Midwest states where life is still affordable.
Right.
Detroit, you know what I mean? Cleveland, you could buy a house for $100,000 and be okay, and you know, so it's cool. We live in fucking California. We live in the dream world. Where,
speak for yourselves.
Look at my boy.
That's why Pete got the fuck up out of here. Wait a minute, Pete, how much is a decent house in Florida? Decent. Now I'm not saying, okay, here you go. Here you go. What would be the Paramount of Florida? You know, like Paramount, California.
Hialeah.
How much is the average house in Hialeah?
Boy, that's a good question.
Can you get in a house for $150,000?
No, not at all. Single family homes in South Florida, like in the broader Miami metro, are hard to find because there's no land. So everything is built up, not out. So the affordable type of own your own place-ish scenario is more in the condo world. To actually get a tax lot with a yard and shit, it's gotten pretty expensive. It's probably $400,000, $500,000.
So it is Paramount. So how much is a condo at this point? Like an affordable
grab
condo?
A condo for $150.
For $150?
Yeah, by the water. It'll be built in the late 70s, but if that's what you want to be by the water and chilling.
Now, see, I get in that world where it's expected.
I'll be there, man.
Yeah, I get in that world where it's expected for you to take care of your old lady and your family. Because if your mortgage is $750, that's still gonna have a HOA tax too. So
yeah, those things are a little out of hand. But if you were like outside of like Orlando, like in the suburbs, like a Lakeland or something like that, it's probably a couple hundred for a house.
See, that shit still happens.
You could work at Disney World, shoot home, have a yard, barbecue, do all that kind of stuff.
So I think we need to really. So what I've came to the conclusion of when I was on my way over here, Deuce, and I started to tell you about it on the phone, cuz. Saya, I'm glad you're here. Sanity, I'm sorry, I keep calling you by your name. Sanity, cuz listen. I think that you guys have to take that realization of men taking care of y'all in California off. I think that should only be good outside of California.
So
I have no expectations of a man taking care of me.
But you know what I mean, your fellow gender, your fellow sex.
I can't speak for them.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I think this is your time to speak. I think if you live in New York and California, that shit shouldn't even be a thought. Like, I'm coming to the conclusion that women that want a man to take care of them.
They want to be saved.
Okay, that's fine. I'm cool with all that. Like, whatever you want, I'm good with that.
They want to live in their natural environment, which is a universe without consequences.
Sure.
Let's come to the table like 30, 35%.
You gotta talk on the mic.
Oh. Yeah, I think a bitch need to come like 30, 35% living in Cali, at least.
Well, listen.
Bitch gotta slide something.
I don't think it's about that. I think it's up to the guy.
Bitch gotta slide something.
But I think it should come to the guy.
We in trouble.
Let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna keep it real. If you go look at my old Facebook, I used to make jokes about niggas who didn't want to pay the whole mortgage. Mm-hmm. That shit is done.
We talked about this.
It's
before.
unrealistic at this
You was
point.
on that bullshit.
Not at 8%. Not at 8%.
It's cool if you can. I mean, a nigga eventually want to get to the point where you're like, baby, you straight.
It ain't no nigga that don't want to do that.
No,
Yeah.
and that's always been my premise, right? But
Yeah.
I was not taking into account the curve, the economic curve that was happening.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like
This shit is out of hand.
This shit is for real.
Yeah, like niggas being able to work in their city and buy a home in their city.
That was the standard. Yeah, that was the standard of what an urban community was.
Street nigga, we just whatever, but
Yeah.
Even the street nigga not doing that. You bitch better sell some of these rocks.
sell something.
35%.
Sell some weave or something. Come on with something, cuz.
I like that number. 35%. It's a good number right there.
You feel me?
I was thinking, Pete, that those things should change if you're dating in California and New York. I think we need to start being more.
I mean,
but then you gotta think of this too. What is these bitches doing? They always trying to compare it to their grandmas and shit. Like, man, grandma was doing a lot of shit, my nigga. Cooking, had a gang of kids, probably washing clothes on hands.
You know what I was thinking
they
about
was
that?
doing all these bitches ain't doing shit, cuz.
I was
they're
thinking
doing eyelashes.
doing nothing.
They're doing
I was
nails.
thinking about
they're
that.
doing.
They was doing a gang of shit, right?
No, you know what? I also understood
food
that.
was always ready. When nigga get home, food for sure.
I
Nigga
thought
didn't
about
do no
that,
cooking.
though, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Back then, it made sense if you did it that way. Don't switch the camera every time somebody talk, because it's gonna look crazy. Okay, I'm just making sure you just over here pressing buttons and shit. Don't just be pressing fucking buttons. Leave it on me, nigga.
Man, hey.
Leave it on me, nigga. Look, no, listen, nigga. Back then, women used to have like 8 kids. So it was actually a financial value for your wife to stay at home. It was financially, it was incentivized. Because whatever was going to cost you in babysitter and daycares and shit.
And these bitches ain't got no kids.
I'm going to just leave this woman at home. Why they always got to be bitches?
People were less romantic with
I
lifestyle.
mean, that's how I talk. I don't know.
They all bitches?
It's just a word,
Mom's a
my
bitch?
nigga. Huh?
Is mom's a bitch?
Somebody call her that. I don't.
That might be the line of the year.
Jeez,
right
call
there.
that.
I'm
like
like
the
the exact opposite of Van.
What?
Like
I don't call my mama that.
Right.
Van, no woman is a bitch.
But you said somebody do.
Somebody have, yeah.
Van, no woman is
Just
a
don't
bitch.
do this shit around me.
Dudes, all women
feel
is
you,
bitches.
I don't have nothing wrong with what he talking about.
You know what's changed? Like
Let him express himself, goddamn.
I'm just asking him. No, because they're gonna be like glasses. Why he got to say that? So I wanted them to have his answer.
Yeah.
already.
Man, that's how I
why
talk.
do people come running to you about what somebody else said? Like you're supposed to.
Because they're gonna be like, y'all on our platform.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they be like, Glass, you gonna let them,
Yeah.
even though they know I
just
said,
thought
but
you
they
meant
be like, G,
anybody
you be
in general.
trying. I'm like, yeah, because I want to make sure that I distinguish that this is separation.
People just gotta stop being so soft.
They can't.
That shit is bullshit. Like, they call us niggas all day. I feel the same way about a bitch calling me a nigga. Like,
I don't
nigga,
like that. I
what,
like
nigga,
that.
what you say, nigga? Hold on, bitch. Why you tripping? That's how I look at it.
Niggas and bitches is the same.
Like, hey, don't call me out my name. I won't call you out of yours.
Right here.
That's exactly
That's how I look at it, though.
I was like that. I stopped. I just changed it because I gave up on these
You know who
bitches.
made me change calling women? You know who made me cognitively realize that I was calling women bitches too much?
Huh.
Cam.
Good.
Cam got on my ass. He's like, gee, man, is that the only word? I'm like, yeah, but you know. He's like,
And
no,
I'm going to say
G.
this here, too. I want that book.
Yeah, you know what, Cam? Please get this nigga this book. Shout out to my brother, West Coast Cam. Go ahead, Pete.
I was say we were talking about comparing times and, you know, the great factory boom, you know.
Industrial Revolution, sure.
Yeah, that whole life. But that post World War II, go work 9 to 5, have your house, have your family, it's all paid for, wife doesn't work, all that kind of shit. That surrounded like a cultural idea that you moved to where you could afford to do that. All those people who went to Detroit, who moved out to LA, those were not established places. They were new. You could go and move and get a 2-nickel note on a house because they built a whole neighborhood and nobody lived there yet. Whereas now you're in LA, you're 4 generations deep. It's a saturated market and nobody wants to do what people did, leaving wherever the hell they left to go there for opportunity. I want the opportunity to come to me. For that whole generation, they went to the opportunity and made sense for them.
Oh, that's a great point.
Yeah, I'm moving.
LA was the place you moved to.
Yeah.
Now LA is a place to move out
Move
of.
from.
Because the opportunity is just...
It's too damn crowded.
It's just too many people competing for the same exact opportunity.
Yeah,
like buying a house is like 7 different people competing for one house.
Yeah.
Shit.
Put the bid in.
So, yeah, I thought about that to tell women today as a public announcement that status should not be held in California and New York as a standard. These are not realistic standards. In King, in Washington, I know your mic ain't plugged up, but what's the average price of a house in Tacoma right now? In Tacoma, which is like
might be high.
The Compton of Washington.
Well, that's funny. My mom's house is valued about $400,000. I think it's a raggedy.
So he says his mom's house in Tacoma is valued at $400,000, and he thinks it's raggedy. Yeah, so Washington, we need to go
the greater Seattle metro.
That shit ain't that cheap up there though.
Yeah,
the Bay and all
expensive.
that shit ain't. That
like
shit ain't
Oregon,
for the low.
California in general is just out.
Yeah,
the whole West Coast is because you can't build anything.
Can we still live like that? Mook, you was in Nevada for a while. Is Nevada still a possibility?
Yeah, they got some cool areas.
I'm saying no.
They got some cool areas. As
Price,
far as
cost of
price
living,
wise.
cost of living versus
they got a couple of spots.
Income possibilities.
250,000, 300,000.
So you can live there, pay the mortgage, take care of your old lady and all that.
Hell yeah.
In Nevada.
Hell yeah, some good spots. Centennial Hills. They got some good spots you can do that.
I know you could do that in New Mexico for sure.
Yeah, you could do it in.
Yeah, they got a lot of spots besides this motherfucker, man.
You could do it probably in Buckeye, 40 minutes outside of Phoenix.
You could actually do it in Phenix though.
If you
I
were
actually
like
thought
the
about
hood
it.
in Phoenix.
I was looking in Phoenix. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be in the hood because that's where the brothers is at. But this,
There's about 12 of them in Phoenix.
total. No, that's a lot of them. Phoenix
they are, yeah.
Crazy.
Nah, for sure.
I was out there. They was shooting shit out here. I was like, bro, what are y'all doing? It's like it's real hot out here. You thought y'all was mad over them heat summers. We gonna kill everybody.
But a lot of these bitches out here, they want to be right here anyway. They don't even want to change their scenery anyway.
Yeah, but I
so that's why they want to stay right here and put the pressure on niggas that's gonna do it, and the suckers is gonna do it.
And I was just telling.
Other than that, I'm listening to Deuce, nigga. I like 35% now, bitch.
Hello.
Was that like a 35% flat, just
every
tax?
Nigga, that's just so if the bills in this house come to $5,000 a month, I need $1,500.
Hello.
35% of that, yep, that's a little bit more. So
About
500, 18. Yep. That's 30% of 15. Then you go half of that, that's $750.
There you go.
So that's $2,250.
$2,250, bitch.
$2,250.
Run it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It ain't quite 50%. It's $2,250. Like so you said if the mortgage, if all the bills combined come to $5,000, she need to have $2,250.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
So if she
in New York and California, if you want to stay here,
New York got to be 50-50.
No, I'm just saying, if you say New York stay here, if you want to stay here, bitch, you gonna deal with that 35%. If you're willing to move,
but I think that
let me run that.
I think that should be regarded as 100% in other states because it's still 15% short of what it costs to live.
Yeah,
that should be still get the same treatment.
That's funny. Like there's that show on Paramount Plus. That's gonna be the new motto. Oh, you don't want to do anything? It's okay, baby. I got you. I bought you a house, and you drive for a really long way, and you declare yourself the Tulsa King.
Yeah, bitch, I put you in the Ozarks.
Yeah, we moved it. We moved to Tulsa.
I used to always have a joke. They was like, Glasses, like, would you date a star? I'm like, yeah. They was like, well, what if she wants you to spend way more money for the lifestyle? And I'm like, I could date Oprah. We gonna live in Lakewood. That's what I can afford. She like, so you wouldn't put your income with her? Y'all, no. We gonna live in Lakewood.
Yeah, you said
I can afford Lakewood.
Times.
We gonna live where I can afford.
Nigga knock Oprah, you ain't living in no damn
Shit, yes, I will. I'll be damned if she spent one dime. She gonna look at me like I put the roof over her head.
She's just gonna have an obscene amount of handbags.
That's cool.
Obscene.
Exactly. With all that extra money, just handbags everywhere. That's fine. But that's also how I grew up. It's related to my mom and 1,000 other things. But I agree that I could finally say that it doesn't match today's, realistic, lifestyle here in California, New York. Now, I still do it, but that's not everybody's opportunities ain't mine. We don't all got the same opportunities. Like they all say we got the same 24. No, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't. We don't got the same 24/7. My 24/7 look a lot different than a lot of people's. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? My opportunities was different than a lot of people's. A lot of other things. So I just was thinking about that, and I came to apologize.
I'm glad you're doing this.
A formal apology to all my brothers in California who I've rolled you hard about.
And New York.
Well, I never said this about New York. New York never was. You probably need to get taken care of if you're a nigga in New York.
It's fucked up like that.
Bruh. New York, bro, ain't nowhere to park. Like, I'm talking about you can get bro, I used to stay in rooms in New York. The room would be $800, bro. It is smaller than this studio room. Like, I'm talking about 300, 400, 500 square feet. Like, when I tell you it's expensive to live out there, parking your car, having a car is expensive.
Yeah. So, I mean, they jobs paying a little bit more then, or no?
I think they
do,
but
actually. Not nowhere.
The affordability index
it's still,
stuff. California's bad.
Yeah.
Like, it's bleak.
Yeah. And that's why Pete left. Pete, tell him why you left.
Because it sucks here.
What sucks about California?
Everything. I mean, I came back, and even yesterday, I'm like, this is going to be you guys are not going to like to hear this. You guys are very emotionally Californian.
Sure, it's all we know.
These LA niggas.
But it's all we know.
I come back, and I'm in Miami in Fort Lauderdale. I'm down there every day. And I'm looking around, I'm like, God, it's just shitty ugly here. It's cold. Everyone looks like shit. Everyone dresses like a combination of like Kurt Cobain and the Ramones. Like if the 1990s grunge look had tight pants, that's what most people in LA like. They all look like downtrodden. Some guys got some random like piercing sticking out of his nose and some shit like that.
There's too much freedom.
They don't have too much freedom. They it's like they've just completely abandoned ambition for artistry. And they just look like dingy, depressed people. It's gray. The plants are all... It's the wettest year it's been in 50, 70 years. It's still brown. It's cold at night. It still looks like shit. It's just... I don't get it. And everyone's paying through the nose. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
You don't realize how brown California is till you go like to Oregon or Washington. And then you be like, man, there's a lot of greenery out here. Like, we got plants and shit, and they look green until you go to Washington and Oregon. You be like, yeah. Then you like...
The palm trees
the air.
are a different color.
We had a show in Portland like a couple weeks ago.
Right.
We take Deuce to the fucking show. Yeah. Deuce smoked Camels and shit. He smoked cigarettes. He smoked Camels. Yeah. The air was so fresh, he started choking.
I was like, what the fuck?
I was like, he's like, gee, what's that? I was like, that's called fresh air.
No,
my
niggas
nigga
was like, it's fresh out here. I said, this is some bullshit.
Yeah. Niggas so used to the bullshit.
He was breathing that fresh. It was too much. The oxygen rate was too high. He was like, hold up, my lungs is opening
really
up.
Difference though. That shit crazy. Like you don't really know that till you be fucking around, but that shit was different.
Yeah.
All them trees and all that shit different out there.
Change your skin and everything.
Yeah. Sanity says it changes your skin. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I did come back from Washington a little bit more moist than normal.
Come down and visit
my
me
skin
where
was
super
together.
340 days a year.
Nice and brown and full.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't fuck with. I don't care what you say about Florida. Florida's humid.
I look 7 years older since I got off the plane.
Just coming.
It was over.
Yeah, I was like, man, feeling good, looking good, gonna kill it in Scottsdale and shit. I got to the hotel. I'm like, oh, what happened?
Not in Scottsdale.
Yeah, in Arizona. Arizona's Arizona, but even here, it's still the same.
Arizona's different.
Yeah, once I like driving out, once you get into about San Bernardino, it's a little bit different, but it's still like a far cry. It's a lot drier, dustier, smoggier. I haven't seen smog since I've been in Florida. There's no smog.
Yeah, the conditions don't allow that.
But it's still humid as fuck.
It's humid. It's nice though. You can sit outside in the evenings. It's 78 degrees. And you know what it takes? If you have to be here, you have to be in the high desert to get a warm evening out there. We got them all the time. I think it's great. I don't have to put on a sweatshirt to walk by the beach.
White people love the heat, bro. They love.
No.
Stogie and a yak.
When they get into some money, they fuck with the heat, bro. That's why they be all out in Palm Springs, bro.
They fuck with the heat.
No, they like to be in the heat out where they like to see the heat, but it is going to be 62 inside their house.
That is true. That is true.
It's almost like a flex.
Yeah, I see white people wear
I can see the heat.
slides in the rain with no socks. They different.
What's funny is it is a flex. If you think about it, that's why, like in the English times and all back in the day, they used to powder their skins white. The women started powdering their skins light to like, oh yeah, I'm never outside in the fields. I'm always in the house. So they made their skin paler. That was a flex. Like how women use BBLs and all that shit as flexes now. Like older white women from back in the day.
That's a flex?
Yeah, because it's the money that you see, you don't know what's going on. So there's two different things happening, right? There is this underwhelming desire for male admiration or even female admiration, any admiration. But it's also a financial ploy. It's like yo, I'm having it.
Right. Like
I wouldn't spend this money on my body.
You always see motherfuckers say some stupid shit like, if you can't afford it, just say so.
Yeah.
Like, nah, bitch.
So it's a flex. Makeup is a flex. For them, everything is just money. But that has been women. It's been human beings pretty much for the whole time. But women, especially, like I'm telling you, in Europe, they used to powder their skin paler because it was frowned upon to have darker skin. That means she was outside in the field working. It's like, this pussy so good, I'm not in the field working.
I'm posted.
He got me inside of here.
Yeah.
My life is easy. Look how pale I am. I have no tan.
Bitch.
Ain't that crazy?
That's what they was on.
That's what they on.
Now they want a tan.
Yeah. Well, now it's changed, right? Because
now tan means you're so efficient and you have the luxury to be able to sit outside idly.
Do nothing. Yeah.
I'm doing so well. I went to the islands out of my ass.
I'm doing so well. Y'all working.
I'm out here getting a tan. Look at my pale skin. It's golden brown.
That's
but
they want color.
But it's not really they don't want color. Nobody want to be black for real. That's just
a little bit of color they think is cute.
That's because we telling you why. It's not really rooted in they think color is cute. They think it's a flex. It's like, look, it's not racist. It's classes.
It's because
it's actually classes. It's because it's rooted. It's all rooted in classism. And like that's it. It's not about us. Like we weren't in the equations when these thoughts was happening. Like only a little bit. Like
we was in the field.
No, this is
before that.
This is before. This when they was enslaving Irish people.
Oh shit.
Like this is like the quote unquote old country.
This is the old country before they made New York, England.
It was like they talked about that. You remember that book? Like I think it was Charles Dickens' book called Great Expectations.
Sure.
And the blacksmith guy or something, like, to do was like a blacksmith's kid. To even to have like a muscular physique suggested you were in the manual class.
Yeah, you worked.
You wanted to be either really sloppy fat or really skinny and pale. And I'm just inside in a lap of luxury, doing God knows what, because there was no technology back then. I'm just writing down thoughts with my plume on this partridge paper till my heart's fucking content.
That makes sense.
Whatever.
No, it's crazy when you really think about a lot of the things, and this is kind of what got me to the second part of this conversation we having, right? Is things that we do, because it really comes down to even the beginning of the conversation. This is a conversation rooted in lifestyle. This is not a conversation rooted in value, because how wouldn't, somebody like Ebony Williams value somebody so essential to a functioning society? A bus driver or a truck driver. How would you not value that person? That person is of value into that. Like a teacher is of value. You know what I mean? So you only could be talking about he couldn't afford to support the lifestyle of being pale and not going outside and thought. It's all the same shit.
What she want.
Yeah.
Well, and I was telling my homies that I was like, yeah, I take care of home right now. But if I got pushed to Calabasas, it's a different conversation. But I'm also not going to let a motherfucker push me past where I'm cool at. We would live in Watts if that's what I could afford. I don't give a fuck if motherfuckers was getting shot outside. I don't give a fuck how much more yard you want.
Right.
Better plant the flowers in this fucking yard. Feel me? Ain't nobody gonna steal my car, period. Because I lived in Watson County my whole life and didn't nobody steal my car. So I don't have that belief of the ghetto being this scary fear. I'm the problem there.
No, it's happening.
I'm the problem. I'm stealing the cars. And that'll never change. I'll be 70 and be the nigga mind of this is the nigga that's a problem. I'm going to steal the cars. So the ghetto can never present a real problem to me because I'm going to be the problem. Even if it's somebody's sanity that's more of a problem, I'm going to be a worse fucking problem to him. Mm-hmm. That's how I built my life after 21. I realized that whoever was the problem, I'm going to be their problem if they don't know.
The apex problem.
I'm going
the lions don't worry about how dangerous it is in the jungle.
Apex problem.
But this is why I've always blamed the 08 housing crash on the modern professional woman mentality that I only want to date somebody who makes more than me. Whatever, I want to make as much as I can make, but I'll only be with someone that makes more than me. Are we done?
No, we good. We got keep going.
And that led to then men, well, if I can't make more than her and I want her, I'm going to borrow more than her. So she thinks I make more than her. And that collapsed the whole housing market.
Right.
Yes, so.
Fuck that bitch.
No.
You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do anyway.
But they'll try to make you feel bad. And I just feel like we need to take that pressure off the brothers here in California, the brothers in New York, the brothers in Washington. This is getting out of hand.
If she ain't gonna do what her grandma used to do, she don't need to be talking like that.
Okay, better question. What if your lady Mook says, you know what, you right. This California shit is ridiculous. You can't do this. Let's move to Oklahoma.
See, I don't have a problem with none of that shit.
They never say that.
See, that ain't never gonna happen.
Ever say.
I play ball in fucking South Dakota.
Your job is an honorable.
So I don't give a fuck. I can go there right now.
You know what?
Be isolated from every nigga here. You know what? I come visit you niggas because I'm up there. My money be up there. Hey, nigga, when y'all want me to visit, I can visit.
You know what?
I'm up.
You know what? Your job is so honorable.
Yeah.
You're helping our children.
No, that ain't gonna happen.
Mook had one of the most honorable jobs as a human, and he was so proud. Like, Mook got a master's degree and shit. He has an honorable job. He helps kids that people don't help. Like, he guides them and tries to guide them out of the shit. This nigga's like a real initial piece of society. And he went through some shit where somebody made him feel bad. Like, they didn't care that his job was honorable.
Yeah, it's over.
Fuck the impact.
Fuck you helping humanity.
What's you buying me?
Yeah.
Can we go on vacation? Forgive me because you don't cuss me out, but I don't give a fuck. So look.
It's not enough.
Ain't that some shit?
It's not enough.
Ain't never
You know
enough.
what, Luke? That's your job is so honorable. I don't want you to have to change your job. We're gonna move somewhere
where your job
where this is more than enough.
Right. No, that ain't gonna happen.
No.
That ain't gonna happen. So now I need 35%.
That's fair.
Trade
on that. If it's $7,000,
I need 35%.
I need $24,500.
Fast. And if you can't do that, then you gotta go.
$2,450 out of $7,000. That might need to be.
But hopefully,
that might need to be the new
100%
in California.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
35%. 65% should be the new 100% in California. Yeah. If your guy is paying 65% of all of the responsibilities, the fiduciary responsibilities, that's really, he should be treated like he doing 100%.
He doing everything.
He is.
Every time that...
And you better be saving your shit, because if I fall off, bitch, I'm going to need some help.
You better be saving that 15%?
She better be saving something. No, that's 65. She only giving up 30.
Giving up 30.
She got 65 in the cut.
Yeah. You better have
that.
You should be set. What about you?
I'm saving mine too, but I'm just saying, bitch, you gotta.
We saving the 35.
You gotta work together. At the end of the day, you just gotta work together, whatever works.
Definitely out here.
And hopefully a nigga doing the right. And hopefully a nigga doing the right thing to where he trying to put himself in a position to where her 35 can just be hers and he ain't tripping no more.
It shouldn't really be about the money though. It should really be about finding a place that you are a productive part of society and you enjoy living. That's really what it should be about. And then you
called
should
the single life. That's where that exists.
That's where you actually.
I'm not saying me. I'm just saying in general in life. If you're a man and you want to do something that's fulfilling and good for society or whatever the hell, you're gonna have to do that on your own.
But why shouldn't a woman not admire that though?
Because that's not who they are. It's like it goes back to the how come LeBron and Russell can't play with it? Because that's not who they are. They can't play on the same court at the same time. It's not who they are.
Don't even matter. They two Hall of Famers.
No, it makes no difference. It makes no difference. My concern is like anytime you put a tax on a market, the market adjusts. You implement that 35% on your woman. Where do you think that 35% is going to come from? It ain't going to come from her paycheck.
Oh my God.
You just got another man in your life. Real shit. You want to talk about Cali bitches? That's real shit.
She gonna find somebody.
She gonna get that money. She's gonna find a new 35% and bring it in.
She gonna find somebody to give it a $22.50.
Yes, sir.
So she just wants to keep her own check to herself.
You're goddamn right.
That bitch.
You're goddamn right.
Yeah, that bitch gonna have to go.
Jesus Christ.
Hey,
She gonna pay.
He a nut, man.
Y'all don't got no faith in him for the 35%?
Bitch gonna pay 35%. But there ain't shit out there for her anyway.
If there ain't shit out there for it, there ain't shit in here for it.
She gonna pay 35% out. She's
She
gonna pay 35.
That sounds like a douche line.
Shit.
Yeah,
That sounds like a douche line. He's like, if ain't shit in here for her, ain't shit. If ain't shit out there for her, ain't shit in here for her.
There you go.
Exactly.
There
Like
you
shit. She gonna do something.
She gonna pay the 35%.
Man, bitch, or she gonna go.
Yeah,
So I'm sending this decree out to all women in California on the West Coast, Washington, Oregon, California, New York. I need to do my homework and get the rest of the state.
Yeah.
Your man paying 65% is the new 100%.
Man, they gonna be on your ass.
Trading
I think it's fair when you take into account the California economy.
Hell yeah.
65%, that's a hell of an effort because I'm not saying you have to give me 50. Most of us, 65% is going to be down to everything you got anyway.
On her own anyway. If she's doing it all on her own.
Motherfucker.
If you think about 65%, going to be every dime in your pocket.
It's going to pop a nigga.
Like if all your, because if you, let's say if all your household bills come to $5,000, that means your mortgage about $2,100. So you smack dead somewhere where most people don't want to be. Because that's about $300,000. So you might have to move to California City.
They're gonna say, yeah, Topeka gonna be the new Tahunga.
You'll be driving 2.5 hours to work every day.
Hey man, this shit.
So if you $2,100, then the other $3,000 go to the bills. That
yeah,
you're already making a sacrifice.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So you got to spend $3,500. Yeah, I think that's 65% is the new 100%.
Yeah,
your little 35% shouldn't even count. That should just be you adjusted for inflation.
I better write you one of that.
Yeah.
I need a song with that on there.
Yeah, I can't put that in a song. It's not my personal belief. It's just I understand what my brother's got to go through.
Nah, you gotta
that's
put
what it is.
You gotta put it in the song.
The song got to be, bitch, you better come with that 35%.
Yeah, my song, I'll probably tell the bitch I need it all.
There you go.
I'm gonna lie about what I got.
There you go.
I ain't got it.
Why are you gonna lie about what you got?
So
Why not?
Tell me the truth.
What? Why I'm gonna lie?
Why are you gonna lie? King, why?
Why the fuck? Because I can. Shit.
Took the mic back down.
Yeah, he's like, I want the mic back.
Because I can lie. What the fuck? Like, I might lie.
Do you think a woman is gonna take advantage of you?
why you gotta lie?
No. Huh?
Why you?
What you hiding? Like,
Why do women? Don't ask why do we gotta lie. We have to lie. We not gonna do this, and you know why we gotta lie, right? Same reason y'all gotta wear heels and fake hair and all this silly shit.
all right.
We all gotta lie. Gotta lie.
Yeah, we be lying.
Yeah, we gotta lie.
We be lying.
I know why we lie. I know why we lie. I don't know why she
I
don't
don't
trust
give
me.
a fuck if you trust me or not.
How could she not trust? She don't trust herself. She don't even trust how she look in the mirror.
Man,
She's
nigga
scared to
don't
go
fuck
outside
about
with how
that.
she look in the mirror. Why the fuck would she trust me?
The only person a woman is more comfortable lying to than you is herself.
That's it. You got
Amen.
the song, can't
Every day.
You can lie to me, but you can't lie to yourself. Bitch can't even lie to herself, really. She just be doing
Should
shit.
have checked me from acting in.
Hello.
You don't lie to
I
yourself?
fuck with
I
y'all.
can't. Shit. This might be a lot of people up in there talking, but I'm like,
Do you wear weave?
I'm lying though. We know that this is
No,
the
people
weave.
don't know that. Only people who know about weaves know
Don't
that's a
fucking
weave.
ask. If you're
Why
so
don't you just take it
serious.
out if you don't need to lie to yourself?
Am I lying?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Whatever.
I don't know if I
Yes.
do the weave thing. The weave to me.
Yes, it's a lie. Let's keep it real.
I mean, it is a lie.
Makeup is a lie.
Culture,
I understand.
That's not. That's weird. It's a lie.
Culture of dishonesty.
Yeah, culture of fibs.
That's why a nigga gonna lie.
Culture just means you were taught how to lie.
We gonna fit in with this
spray tan of hair.
You were taught how to
That's
lie.
why we live in a world of illusion.
Hold up, you have to take the mic because we can't hear.
This is why we live in the world that we live in, because nobody want to be honest and face their shit and make a difference and grow and really like.
We do want to, but it will require everybody to stop comparing each other, and that's not gonna happen in humanity.
You shouldn't compare yourself. You need to decide what you want.
You can't
what you have,
how do you
what you want to build,
do you understand?
And how you gonna come together, and who gonna do what? What's the positions that everybody?
The thing with that
play?
insanity is it requires a lot of different things. Like you would have to be
for you
blind.
to bear your heart.
You'd have to. It's not your heart. You have to be blind, because no matter what you think,
you have to be wise so you don't get taken advantage of.
That's not wisdom, and women don't even go together.
Love and wisdom goes together.
Wisdom and women don't even go together. We're definitely going into another pod here.
Okay, this shit finna stop today. Thank you for listening to No Ceiling. Later.
Wisdom.
I'd never seen us back out of a podcast like that as an ending.
Wisdom and women.
You got wisdom with it. You got just begrudgingly just
Y'all crazy.
cough.